So for this video, I want to talk a little bit about mutability, how mutability applies to mulattoes. So we can just call it mulatto mutability. So firstly, the definition, what is mutability? The liability or tendency to change. This kind of constant change. At any moment you can change. Often what you'll hear from your detractors, or specifically one-droppers who raise suspicion of you, they will call you a fence rider. You're on the fence, you're half and half. And what is their main attack that they use towards you? What do they say? They often say, quote unquote, you need to pick a side, right? Picking a side, that applies to this whole concept of mutability, liability or tendency to change. Now, for me personally, what I often like to use in reference in regards to mulattoes is not mutability, but versatility. Now, what I often say with mulattoes, one of our biggest strengths is our versatility, our ability to be versatile. We can go into the definition of versatile is turning with ease from one thing to another, having many uses or applications. But going back to the whole concept of mutability and how it applies to mulattoes, and one of the major reasons why a lot of other groups seem to have an issue with us in our position in society, it's because we are in a very tribalistic society, and the tribalism is growing. And of course, throughout history, millennia, we have always had various tribes. But these distinctions are clearly laid out now more than ever. It's very visible, the different tribes, the different groups. And here in the United States of America, a lot of our tribal groups are positioned amongst racial lines. And so when they see someone who's biracial, European and African, hence mulatto, we are often put in an interesting position where people can't really put us in a box. I mean, the one-drop rule was abolished in 1967 with the passing of Loving v. Virginia. So the one-drop rule has no legal standing today. It doesn't even apply today. We can say there's a lot of people who kind of want to enforce it socially to the best that they can, but even then, their kind of influence is diminishing, both with the white side and black side, those who want to enforce the whole one drop. It's diminishing. People can clearly see a distinction between a mulatto individual, someone who's multiracial versus someone who is mostly black or monoracial. Okay. So we can see that there's different lines that are drawn in the different tribes. And when it comes to mutability, or what I like to say, the versatility, the adaptability of the mulatto, what people have an issue with us is because they don't know where we stand. Not only do they not know where we stand, oftentimes your detractors, a lot of your Afrocentrics, they will say, oh, I don't trust you. You could turn on us, right? You're duplicitous. So there's a heightened sense of kind of suspicion with you in regards to that when you analyze this situation. So the whole concept of mutability really is one of the critical issues to why a lot of groups seem to have suspicion of us and outright fear us. Because people want so badly to put you in a box, as shout out to Calvin Robinson, as he so eloquently put, people want to be able to put us in a box. And because they can't put us in that box, they kind of resent us. Okay. They look at us as being mutable, that we can change based on the situation and what benefits us. And people resent that about us because they don't have that same capability. You can clearly phenotypically look at people, whether they're Asian, Caucasian, Black, or Latino. You can kind of know, okay, you belong to that group, right? If you're an Arabic individual or whatnot, East Indian, you're like, okay, you look at them, okay, you're a part of that group, you're a part of that tribe. But they look at us, they look at someone like me or various others, ambiguous mulatto or mulatta. They don't know exactly where we stand on a lot of issues, and people definitely resent that about us. Just wanted to provide some thoughts for you guys. Let me know what you think. This whole concept of this mulatto mutability. Very interesting stuff. Talk to you next time. Peace.